Hey, it's your girl Brenda, and I'm back with a very detailed, natural, everyday makeup routine that's super beginner friendly. Make sure to watch till the end so you can get all my tips and tricks. Today, I'm gonna be using a bronzer as my base, and I'm gonna show you how I use it. Bear with me. I'm gonna take, let me see. I'm gonna take an angle brush like this one. This one is from Cosette, and it came in a set. It's a nice angle brush. And I'm gonna go directly into the pan with it since it is my product. I'm going to focus the most amount of product in my cheekbones because I want to mimic a contour. And you'll see that what I'm gonna use as the rest of my foundation is whatever I have left in my brush. And I'm just blending the edges really well. I'm gonna take it on my chin. Same thing on the other side. But I am going to just blend that out. Like I said, using it kind of like a cream foundation. Same thing. I am concentrating the most amount of product on my higher cheekbone. And then whatever I have left, slowly diffuse it downwards. Make sure I get around the mouth area. There's typically where you may have a little bit of discoloration. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that bronzer on this side just to even it out. Don't forget around the mouth. I like to take a little bit right above, like right there and right there. You're gonna see it's gonna look a little funny at first. It's gonna give a little bit more dimension to your lips, therefore making them look bigger. Very effortless. Okay. Let me go ahead and start applying a little bit of blush. And I think this is the shade, Do We Know Her? Do we know her? And just a tiny bit. If you notice, I'm focusing it very high up just to give my face a more lifted look. And I'm also gonna take that blush, I'm not gonna be scared to bring it right below my eyes because it's gonna work kind of like a color corrector, and it's gonna help with my concealer. Take that concealer right in that V area right there. You see that right there? That's where I'm gonna take that concealer. And I am tapping it, having a very light hand, because the more flawless you lay down the product, the easier the blend is gonna be. If you lay it down blotchy, it's most likely gonna look blotchy. And used a little bit at a time. Very slowly. This is the one part that you don't want to rush, because concealer is a dead giveaway for wrinkles, dark circles. You want to make sure you're covering right. Want to make sure it looks right for sure. Okay, perfect. Now I'm gonna let that concealer set for just a few seconds before I actually blend it out. I'm gonna take that same brush and I am going to conceal anywhere where I may have any discoloration, any little bit of like I said, with the lightest hand. I am not pressing, like your brush should not go like this. That is not what you want to see. You want to go like, let me see. You want to, the tiniest touch. You see how I'm barely touching the finger? That's how you want to go on your face. And just take that same, like I said, anywhere where you may have any discoloration, this is the time to do so while this is setting. Take that concealer around the nose. I have some redness there, so I'm gonna cover it. And like I said, light hand. I feel like concealer goes wrong so quickly the minute you go in very deep. Like, I feel like people never mention that. It's always, oh, make sure you moisturize and use this and use my product, but really it's all about technique. With the little bit of leftover, not with any new product, I'm gonna just blend it right there because I do have a little bit of like a dark mark right there, and I want to cover it. Also, I don't want, when I apply my brows, I don't want it to look so bare right there, so just apply a little bit right there. And I am just, whatever leftover that I have, just slightly. There you go. Very slightly. So that everything feels blended and cohesive. Now, with this half of a beauty blender, I'm gonna blend. I know you're wondering why my beauty blender is cut in half, and I said this in my previous video. The reason why my beauty blender is cut in half is because I am a working makeup artist, and I'm most likely always doing makeup on other people. This is rare. I barely do my own makeup. So, since I do makeup on so many other people, and beauty blenders cost $20, I cut them in half because, one, I want to keep everything hygienic. I like to use a new sponge on every single client because I don't feel like no matter how much soap you use, you're going to get to the inside and really clean it. I mean, there's no way to tell. Maybe you can, but there's no way to confirm that. So I like to use a new one every single time. And you don't actually need both sides. You only need one side of your sponge. So that's just a way to save money as a makeup artist. Anywhere where I applied any concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and blend. Same thing. Remember that I went a lot more extreme, not extreme, I went in a lot more concentrated on the higher cheekbones. I'm gonna make sure that I also blend in down so that we don't see any straight lines. You want it to feel like, oh, sun-kissed. Just like that. Barely tried. Okay. Now, let's see. I'm gonna set. I don't like to use a lot of powder, especially in the winter, because your face can very quickly go from dewy and nice and glowy to cakey. Powder is where things can easily go wrong. So, I'm gonna take tried and true Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder. This is in the shade 1. I'm gonna take a clean brush from Surratt, and it's very small, which is gonna be perfect for right underneath the eyes. So before you set any under eyes, blend it in. I don't care if you go with a sponge or with a brush. I recommend going in with the sponge. You're gonna make a really funny face. Like this. Stretch out everywhere underneath your eyes. Take some of that powder and set. Dust off any excess and keep setting especially if you're not going to bake. Yeah. Make sure that you are setting anywhere where you apply that concealer. And that's really the only places where I'm setting. I'm gonna use this stack from Melt Cosmetics. Comes with a few different contours, colors. It comes with bronzer and contour. Supposed to be for all skin tones. That was kind of shade. I was not trying to be shady. I'm just saying, because obviously to me it could be a little bit deeper than this if it's meant to be for everyone. But let's continue. Very light hand. Same thing. Keeping it high, keeping it bronzy, keeping it contoured. Now I'm gonna take a little bit on the forehead, on the chin, side of the nose. I'm gonna take a little bit of blush, actually this one, and I'm gonna take the powder. Very lightly. When I say very lightly, I mean very lightly. I am barely touching my face. Now we're gonna jump right into brows. I'm gonna use this Anastasia styling wax. You can use gel, that works just fine. This one I find that it doesn't like last all day. I wish it was a little bit more long lasting, but it is pretty good. I was keeping it like this to show you guys how much of a transformation just simply combing your brows can make. So fast, so easy. It's literally the one thing I do every single day. And I like this brush from Smith because it's so long, you get the whole brow. I'm just working that product into the brow first, because if you don't work it in, it's not gonna last as long. It's not gonna last the way it should. So you want to make sure that you really comb every hair with it, and just comb the ends. To save some time with that same eyebrow pencil, I want you to go into all your beauty marks and start to draw them back in. It's gonna bring your face, make your makeup look so much more natural. I'm gonna take that darkest brown that I have here, and I'm gonna apply it a little bit on the outer area of my eye. It's gonna give me a nice winged out effect without me doing much. Blend it out. Apply a little bit of mascara. Now with these two liners from NYX in the color nude beige and brown, I'm gonna start to line my lips. Hey guys, and I just wanted to quickly mention that if for any reason your mascara smudges like mine did, do not worry, just let it dry. You want to make sure that it is totally dry before you go in with a cotton round or a clean mascara wand, and that will get it right off without messing up your makeup. Also, I did want to quickly mention that I forgot to let you guys know what product I applied on the center of my lips. I went in with the Benefit liquid tint. You guys will see it's super popular on TikTok. Just take a little bit of that same bronzer you were using. This is just to give your eyes a little bit of depth. Rare Beauty.
You don't have to speak for outro?
Oh yeah, I should say, I hope you like my makeup. Alright guys, this is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on your notifications if you want to see more content like this. Thank you so much. Bye bye.